Why, hello and happy spring from South America. That's right, I just hit up country number 4 this year. Skydived into Lima, Peru. It's all right, I'm standing in front of a sign right there. It says Jockey. Jockey Plaza, one of the nicest shopping plazas here in Lima, Peru. It says Te quiere feliz. Jockey Plaza wants you to be happy. You got the retail nomad going to Scooby-Doo inside this place. Check out some of the major labels that we're familiar with from North America. You got Louis Vuitton, you got Nespresso, you got H&M, you got Nike, Crate and Barrel, one of our existing customers. Then you're going to see some brands that you may never have heard of that primarily are only in South America. You got Falabella, which I believe is from Chile, I believe. And then you got Velez, which I don't remember where they're from, but it's a really cool leather store. Just check out, see what the brands that you are familiar with and brands that you may never have heard of. Retail Nomad, Jockey Plaza, Lima, Peru. Let's go inside.
The Retail Nomad, traveling the globe, sharing what the retail environment is like, hidden corners of the world.
Want to kickstart this video by giving a big thanks out to Mr. Jeffrey and the marketing team for giving me authorization to have the Retail Nomad bounce through this location, showcasing Jockey Plaza and how cool it is and the difference and the similarities what we have in the North America. You see up top, you got Michael Kors. Dave, we appreciate your attendance at our mob event, dude, and all the collaboration. Let's slide inside this mall location, showcasing what Jockey Plaza has to offer. Check out this small tap-out store. Reminds me of when I put Tito Ortiz on the cover of Revolt and Style magazine that I owned back in the late 90s. And immediately upon entry to this mall, what do I see but Vicky's and Victoria's Secret Pink. Reminds me of my home state of Ohio, as it looks like, Britt, you're keeping everybody busy up there. Platanitos, which is a shoe store, looks like it's named after the fruit based off their logo. And then Hush Puppies, which we're all familiar with. And then you got a brand here, Infanti, which is got products for children and so forth. But you see a mix intertwined between brands from Latin America and then international labels we're also familiar with. You see Pierre Cardin and Pandora. And here you see a beautiful looking guest store. Mary, I'm pleased that you were able to jump over and check out the Rethink Retail Gala event earlier this year. That was very cool to hear. And then it feels like I'm walking down through a U.S. mall here. As you see the labels, ranging from H&M to Rip Curl and Levi's and Oakley. These labels all are familiar with the majority of us. A very modern looking wing of the mall. And here I wanted to showcase and call out this beautiful Louis Vuitton store location. Is Ashley, great saying hello to you at our mob event last month as well. And then down there you got Ripley's, one of the major department store brands here in Peru. And here I am scooting along on the first floor of the mall. And you got a couple labels here that you may not have heard of, MBO. And then you got this one here, obviously you've heard of, called Dockers. And I love the bilingual signage, back to casual and then descuento, 30% off. So it's an interesting mix of how they do their decor signage to attract the consumers, which is a blend of Latinos and Americans here. And then Merrill, I love this brand. I had a pair of these kicks for a while as they help bouncing around in some of these remote locations and some of the jungle terrain and hiking. But a beautiful looking store location. Looks like, again, one that you would see in any store or mall location throughout the Americas. And here you see the very well-known Calvin Klein label on the left. And then you see here what looks like a Barnum and Bailey circus act for all the children and families that attend in the evenings and the weekends. And then right behind it, you've got Bruno Ferrini. Beautiful looking concept store. I love the high ceiling elevation. Very well lit, nice illumination, cool looking fixturing and rackings for their shoes and their purse assortments here. And you got Basica, some of you may not have heard of. You got good old Kenneth Cole down here. Yeah, headquartered out of New York City. We've all heard of Kenneth Cole. And here I am walking through another wing of the mall location. And I wanted to call out and highlight a cool looking store location by the name of Andrew's Ties, made in Italy. Very unique concept. You don't see too many tie stores these days specifically, but I like their style and their presentation. And then you got Falabella, one of the largest department store chains in South America. And here you see good old Levi's, as they just brought on Michelle Gass as the new CEO January of last year, doing a fantastic job establishing sales goals at $10 billion. You got to love it. And then just cruising down, you got good old Pandora. Ben, be cool if you could pick up some more of those projects. And we love busting out the installations in about 13 or 14 countries for you a few years back. But, very cool stores here. And here you see I jumped up on floor number 2. Across the way, you can see Haagen-Dazs, as I thoroughly enjoyed hearing about their rebrand at Shop Ideation last year. Samsung, want to give a kudos out to Mr. Farkan. Appreciate your help getting us into the system there at Samsung. Look forward to future installation projects and so forth. But very cool exit here on the second floor level. And I gotta say, the white and blue checkered pattern of entry always jumps out at me with BBW. Donnie, appreciate your collaboration as always at our mob event again this year. You see here, good old Polo Ralph Lauren. Carl, we appreciate all the installs we did in those stores over the years. And you got good old Aldo down here. We've done installs in these locations many, many times. Gotta love it. And here I like the look and feel of this Tramontina store, very futuristic in style. And then just bouncing down this thoroughfare here, you see Carter's that we're all familiar with in the United States. Big thanks out to Antonio for attending our mob event, and it was great chatting with you this year. Look forward to collaborating in the future with you, man. And then back on this other side, I wanted to say, sorry we missed you, Joe, at our event there in February. I understand Tyler was going to attend, but hopefully we get one of you gentlemen to attend and participate in our event in early 2026 with Crate and Barrel. And then back across the way, you got Ty Loy, which is everything from office goods, home supply, decor, and so forth. They've got many locations scattered around Peru. And here you see what's called Paraíso, which means paradise, interestingly enough, but a really cool bedding and mattress store location. And then directly across the way is a store called Dreamer, which is a concept store for bedding and mattresses as well. I thought that Mike and Ron would get a kick out of this one from good old Mattress Firm. Check it out here. Very interesting, futuristic, if you will, bedding store. And here you got a brand that we're all familiar with by the name of Cat, short for Caterpillar. But I really like this layout and design. Open, high ceiling again, elevation, very well illuminated. Easy sight lines for the consumer. Blending of their nice colors, theme with being the black and yellow fixturing internal. The use of LED screens up top as well. Very cool looking store. I like this one here. And here's a brand you probably haven't heard of by the name of Mentha and Chocolate. Interesting name, but offering unique selection of women's clothing. I like their fixturing style and layout. And then right across the way, you've got Mango. Chances are you've heard of this brand as they've been booming in the United States over the last few years. Mentha and Chocolate Mango. And preparing to wrap up this week's video, I just wanted to show you how massive this food court is. Because I think this thing jumps up to 4 or 5 levels here. But they've got primarily local brands and options for food here. But they do have you got Burger King, you got Dunkin' Donuts and so forth, and you got a new one coming here on the left. So very cool options in the food court. Yo, 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 we're closing out this video here. You see back there behind me, it says Jockey Plaza. And I'm just gonna spin around just so you can see how cool some of these brands are. You got Legos, you got Stradivarius, you got Nespresso up top there. Remember the stores we built back in the day, Mr. Carl? Been a hot minute there, right? Just this cool plaza, Jockey Plaza here in Lima, Peru. And it's got all the high-end labels, brands that we're all familiar with from North America. And everything from high-end to low-end. It's got H&M to Versace, right? It's riddled with the brands we are familiar with and a lot that you probably are not. But I just wanted to show you the modernization, how cool it is. One of the nicer malls here in Lima, Peru. That's right, Retail Nomad, Jockey Plaza, closing out. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's vid. Adios, hasta la vista.
Stay tuned to the Retail Nomad, as each week we'll be profiling different types of shopping experiences around the world. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.